Okay. I step off the axis of uncertainty.
I step off the axis of uncertainty.
And I accept a greater idea of spiritual freedom.
And I accept a greater idea of spiritual freedom.
Because this is
I.
This is
I.
And so that rush is the rush of the absolute when you speak the truth of who you are. It's not a rise in blood pressure. It's called divine circulation. It's letting it flow. It's letting it loose. It's letting it do what it does. Every time I know this, speak this, live this, I get this rush. It's a healthy rush. It's my drug of choice. It really is. It really is. They're saying the truth will set you free. Well, I say the truth will set you, make you, and allow you to be free. We sense the rush each time we say and allow truth to be known by us. Because it sets the law of mind into what it does so perfectly. Create. The energy of creation is what I call the perfect storm of the inner knower. Because it gets things kind of stirred up. It gets things moving. Perfect storm. It doesn't have to be out in the sea, although that's where it happens too. But it's the rushing, it's the setting free of the energy of spirit, allowing it to salute life through us in magnificent ways. Dr. Holmes tells us one of the most illuminating truths which mysticism has revealed is that there is no ultimate reality to evil. No devil, no damnation outside of one's state of thought. No punishment outside of that self-inflicted, no punishment outside of that self-inflicted through ignorance. It's the ignorance that keeps us teetering. And no salvation outside of conscious cooperation with the infinite. Consequently, they have taught that the answer to every problem is in man's own consciousness. The problem, and I'll add the answer, is in our own consciousness. Well, that rush is the real freedom, the current of the inner spirit fully engaged in us, as us, through us, in all aspects of us. And the result, this result, is a deeper understanding of our real self, of our very true nature. And that true nature is this. We are spirit in expression. We are spirit in expression. Each time there's a deep recognition of the absolute one, of spirit, God, is whatever we want to term this rush. As God is all there is. From that point, we begin to understand our oneness with it. And then eventually, as it. Because we cannot be separated from it except by our own consciousness. And then from that perspective, once from that knowing in our consciousness, we clearly and consciously create our lives. But until we can be in that place of absolute clarity and knowing, we teeter and we totter. We teeter and we totter. And every time we do our life from this clear place, guess what happens? We live in gratitude. We live more of the time in a grateful state rather than criticizing ourselves or the world. We're in a grateful place. And we're able to let all of the worldly garbage go. So each time there is a deep recognition of the absolute, it's an opportunity for us to be transformed not to something, but as spirit. Jean-Paul Sartre said, "Once freedom lights its beacon in a person's heart, the gods are all powerless against that individual." Which for me says, once illuminated, the omnipotence of God, the ever-powerful influence, is full steam ahead and without question, fully supportive of what is always true. So, beloveds, this is what I know is true for me. That once the light has filled the darkness of uncertainty, and replaced with love and truth and acceptance, you better watch out. You better watch out. There is no stopping it once we get ourselves out of the way. Now, this is real freedom to me in my life, with the ability to be so clear and to know without any question, to be so unwavered and wavering that life happens for me, not to me. And what I also know about me is that I have to do it without being bullheaded. That's a term my parents used for me. The term of endearment. That came up in office in my writing. At least a bullheaded. Okay, well, okay. So, don't force, allow. This is easy stuff, but we get in the middle of it. We build barriers, and we build experiences, and we bring drama in, and guess what? Oh my God, look at my life. Yeah, look at it. Look at it. We should look at it, yeah. You love it? Great. You don't love it? Do something different about it. Think differently. That's why we're here. Well, there's a symbol of freedom in the world that I consider significant. And this imposing presence holds a beacon of light and is considered the consummate goodwill ambassador. She was welcomed by the world in 1886 and is of American and French ancestry. At 126 years of age, she's still quite a looker. Her name, Statue of Liberty. Now, I had a chance to visit this lady a few years ago on a trip to New York. I've been to New York several times. But it was always whatever. I can look at it in a book. I can read about it. I can go online. There's nothing like being in the presence. Because there's so much emotion that has been, that surrounds that today. All the souls that have ever come, I believe, all that energy and gratitude, and oh my God, we are free. It was such an amazing experience to be, well, to be on the boat and just step off, and there it is. There it is. And I took my freedom in this country, in my life, for granted. The physical freedom that I've always had up until that point. And it was life-changing. So, here again, symbols are very telling. The ones that we carry on with our family's symbols. Some are not so good, maybe, for us. So we get to choose new ones. It's all about choice. We teach that here. It's all about choice. So it was a powerful moment for me to be in the presence of this symbol. And what I loved was the inscription on the base by Emma Lazarus, and it reads, "Send those, the homeless, tempest-tossed, to me. I lift my lamp beside the gold door." Isn't that great? So, beloveds, remember that you are capable. You are equipped and you are worthy of all the freedom that you can conceive. So step off your teeter-totter of doubt and uncertainty. Trust the truth of your inner wisdom, because it's there. Let the presence of the light of truth be your guide. much like the Statue of Liberty. And let that guide you into the safe harbor of spirit, through the open door, the gold doors of universal wisdom. So I stand with you today in the presence, you and I as the one presence. And so I salute you this day, once again, as you move with love, joy, and freedom, knowing the greater truth for your life. I love you. I honor the I, and so it is.